When we talk about British colonization and the Great Trek in South Africa, it's impossible to ignore the profound impact these historical events had on the region. The collision of cultures, ideologies, and power struggles during this period shaped the course of South African history in significant ways.
Absolutely, it's a fascinating but often painful part of our history. The Great Trek, which began in the 1830s, was essentially a mass migration of Boers, or Dutch settlers, who were discontented with British rule in the Cape Colony. They embarked on this arduous journey into the interior of South Africa, seeking land and independence. It's interesting how their motivations and the British colonial policies intertwined and clashed during this time.
Yes, the Great Trek was driven by complex factors, including economic pressures, cultural differences, and a desire for self-governance. The Boers wanted to escape British control and find new territories where they could establish their own communities and maintain their way of life. The clashes with indigenous communities, like the Zulus and Xhosas, further complicated the situation, leading to conflicts that would leave a lasting mark on the region.
Meanwhile, on the other side, British colonization was driven by imperial ambitions and economic interests. The British Empire sought to expand its influence, control trade routes, and exploit the rich resources of the African continent. This desire for power and resources often led to brutal conflicts, as well as the imposition of colonial policies that had devastating effects on local populations and their traditional ways of life.
The clash of these two forces, the migrating Boers and the expanding British Empire, resulted in significant social and political changes in South Africa. The events that unfolded during this time laid the groundwork for racial tensions and segregation policies that would continue for many years. The interactions between different ethnic groups during this period also created a complex social fabric that South Africa still grapples with today.
Absolutely. The effects of British colonization and the Great Trek are deeply ingrained in the social, political, and economic structures of South Africa. The legacy of this period can be seen in the issues of land ownership, cultural identity, and racial inequality that persist in the country. It's essential for us to understand this history to comprehend the challenges South Africa faces in the present day.
Moreover, examining this historical period allows us to reflect on the broader themes of colonialism and its impact on indigenous populations worldwide. The struggles faced by the native peoples of South Africa parallel the experiences of many other communities around the world that were subjected to colonization. It's a reminder of the importance of acknowledging these historical injustices and working towards reconciliation and understanding among different cultural and ethnic groups.
Definitely, it's crucial to learn from the mistakes of the past and actively work towards a more inclusive and equitable future. Acknowledging the complexities of British colonization and the Great Trek in South Africa helps us confront the difficult truths of our history and fosters meaningful conversations about how we can create a better society for everyone. Education and open dialogue are key in this process, allowing us to challenge misconceptions and promote empathy and unity among all people.
I couldn't agree more. By delving into the nuances of these historical events, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world. It's through conversations like these that we can pave the way for a more just and compassionate future, where the lessons of the past guide us towards a society that values diversity, equality, and mutual respect.